Rasheena Jarreau, Applied Street Code, and we are going to dive back in with some self-love. Yes, so quick recap. Yesterday we talked about some of the challenges that we face when it comes to trying something new and how much fear can oftentimes hold us back. We've analyzed our past a bit through our journaling session and hopefully have identified some things that personally hold us back when we are trying new things. Today, we're going to encourage ourselves. We want to try a new thing. We're afraid, we know it. And now we're going to speak life into ourselves and our situation. And physically, we're going to move through a series of heart openers. So grab your mat and let's get moving. All right, day 2 on the mat. Let's get into it. You will want to, of course, have your mat already laid out in your area, already set up. Grab a couple of blocks for this practice, and if you have a bolster, grab that as well. If you don't have a bolster, it's okay. You can also use a couple of firm pillows or maybe a couch cushion. It works just the same. So we're going to start in a seated position, supporting our bottom with a block, and just taking a moment to tune in to our body and really arrive at our practice. Yin yoga is all about staying present, as we've mentioned before. So just take a minute to show up and to give yourself some love for showing up for day 2. That's amazing. You are sticking with this, which is awesome. I'm so happy that you're here. So cross your legs in front of you and begin to find your breath. Your arms can stay rested on your knees, or you can cross them over your heart, since we are all about showing ourselves a bit of love and compassion today. And let's begin moving on the mat a little bit. Touch your left hand in front of you, your right hand behind you as you gently twist to the right. And shift to the other side as you gently twist to the left. Come back to center. Touch your hands down to the mat. And you can remove your block if you are sitting on one. We're going to come to a tabletop position. So shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. And we're going to go into cat-cows, linking our movements to our breath. So take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, round your spine up towards the ceiling. Inhale as you draw your belly down towards the mat. Exhale as you round your spine upward. Inhale as you drop your belly. Continue that motion for one more round. And then come back to a neutral position. We're going to do another variation of that, this time extending our legs. So extend your right leg out. Shift your pelvis back for a nice hamstring stretch. Come back and once again flow into those cat and cow movements. Taking your time, lifting and dropping your head in sync with your spine. Beautiful, one more round. We'll bring your right leg in. Take a moment to reset and extend your left leg now. Hips shift back for a nice stretch. Before coming back to a neutral tabletop and moving into your cat-cows. Last round. And come back to neutral. Left leg pulls in. Shifting now into melting heart pose. Extend your arms in front of you and melt your chest to the floor. Your hips, your pelvis, your legs can all stay where they are. And rest here. If you feel like you need something to support your head here, feel free to reach for your block and place it underneath your head. But stay strong through your arms and try to relax as your shoulders open up here. Gently walk your hands back in. You can set your block to the side if it was resting under your head. Lower yourself onto your mat. We're going to move into a baby cobra just for a second. Stay really active through your legs. Lift your chest. Really lean into this back bend. And then come forward for a Sphinx pose, resting on your forearms and allowing your lower half to relax. right, you can rest your head down, bring your arms in to kind of cradle your head here for a crocodile pose. And we're just going to allow ourselves to rest here just for a second. I'm actually going to move my body back because I have moved off my mat. If you desire some movement here, you can fold your feet upward. You maybe get some extension and flexion action going on with the ankles. Maybe roll the ankles to the left or to the right. Maybe flex and extend your toes. Windshield wipers may be nice, so allowing your feet to fall out from one side to the next kind of opens up and wiggles out any tension in your lower back. Then extend your legs back down. Now, in a moment, we're going to move into a shoulder stretch. Now, if you have issues with your shoulders, maybe skip this pose or just move through it very slowly and mindfully. But you're going to bring your hands to the level of your chest. Extend your right arm out to the side fully. Fold your left leg up and twist your entire body away from your extended arm, fanning your left leg out behind you. So we're going to hold this for a moment longer and then come back to our prone position on the mat. We're going to extend our left arm out to the side now, folding up our right leg. And then we're going to turn our body and open up our hearts away from our extended arm. Take a couple of gentle inhales and exhales here. All right, so unfold, come back onto your belly, bring your hands in towards your chest, lift yourself up and drop your hips back towards your heels for a child's pose. Again, using a block to support your head if you feel like you need to. Gently lift up into a tabletop position. If you would like to stay here, you're welcome to, but if you'd like a little bit more movement, press up into a downward dog. So tuck your toes and send your hips up and back. And maybe pedal your legs. Again, just to get a little bit more movement here. Lower your knees back onto the mat. Come back to tabletop. And come to a kneeling position. Resting your hands in your lap for one breath. And next breath, extend your arms behind you. Really press your chest up and out for a breath. Before inhaling your arms up and bringing them down to heart center. And now it is bolster time. So grab your bolster, grab your cushion, grab your firm pillows, and position them behind your back. We're going to allow ourselves to fold onto our cushions. Take time to center your pelvis here. Make sure both of your hips are evenly in contact with your mat, and butterfly your legs open. Bring your arms out to the side to really open up across your chest, and just rest in this position. This is probably my favorite heart opener. Like, you can't get any more open than this pose. So let's enjoy this for a couple of moments before we move on. Take a breath in, take a breath out, and fold your legs back towards each other. Walk your feet out to the edges of your mat and allow your knees to fall in towards each other. So this is kind of like a supported constructive rest pose. And this is going to be our final pose for this practice. Just allow yourself to be, your arms can rest down by your side, and just gift yourself this moment of stillness before we get ourselves up off the mat. All right, when you are ready, bring yourself onto your side and just take a moment to assess how you feel. Tune back into where you are and what's going on around you. Thank you so much for showing up today, and I will see you in a minute in the next scene. All right, bye. Congrats, all of you, for finishing day 2 of the Start Something New Yin Yoga Challenge here on Clyde Street Co. And in keeping in line with the challenge, we have another journal prompt for you to explore. Here it is. What advice would you give to a friend who is trying something new? That's it. Just one simple question. But it's a great one because somehow when we have a loved one who is tackling something hard, we know just what to say to get them through, right? We give just the kindest, sweetest, most uplifting advice. But when it comes to ourselves, we can really go in with the negative self talk. So pretend that you are writing a loving response to a close friend who happens to be struggling with the same thing that you are right now. And afterwards, reread what you wrote to yourself in the mirror. Really take it in. You are capable of accomplishing whatever you want to accomplish. You only need to believe it. So complete the assignment, talk nice to yourself, and I will meet you back here tomorrow for day 3 of the Start Something New Yoga Challenge. Bye.